The night was always kinder than the day. While others slept, she sat by her window, the cool air brushing against her skin like an old friend. Her hands lay over her empty womb, the same way they had for years. Doctors had told her it was impossible. The villagers whispered behind her back, words like cursed and unwomanly floated through their gossip like shadows. But she never stopped hoping. Each night, she spoke to the moon. Sometimes she prayed. Sometimes she cried. And sometimes, she simply talked about her dreams, her loneliness, the life she wished she could cradle in her arms. She told the moon that if it could grant her just one wish, she would love the child more fiercely than life itself. One night, the moon seemed closer, larger, fuller, alive. It bathed her small cottage in a light so silver and soft that her tears turned into shining beads upon her cheeks. The wind stopped. The silence grew heavy. Then, the light gathered into the shape of a child, a small boy, glowing like moonlight trapped in human form. His eyes shimmered with galaxies, and his smile was gentle, fragile, eternal. She could barely breathe. "Who are you?" she whispered, her heart pounding. "I am your wish," the child said, his voice delicate as the night breeze. From that moment, her world bloomed. The barren woman became a mother. She called him Kian, gift of light. He was unlike any child she had ever known. He laughed softly, sang songs without words, and when he walked, his feet left faint trails of light that faded like fireflies in the morning. He never seemed to eat, yet he never grew weak. The house, once quiet and cold, filled with warmth, music, and joy. But joy never comes without a shadow. Every night, just as the first stars appeared, Kian would grow restless. His glow would brighten until he seemed almost transparent. Then, before her eyes, a small body would dissolve into pure light and rise toward the sky. The first time it happened, she screamed and chased after him, her cries echoing into the darkness. But by dawn, she found him sleeping peacefully in her bed, his chest rising and falling as though nothing had happened. Night after night, the same thing occurred. He would vanish at moonrise, returning only with the first touch of sunlight. She tried to stay awake to hold him longer, but the light always slipped through her fingers. As weeks turned to months, her love deepened, but so did her fear. What if one night he didn't return? Then, one evening, when the moon was a pale crescent in the sky, Kian sat quietly beside her. His glow was dimmer than usual, and his voice trembled when he spoke. "Mother, the moon is calling me home." Her breath caught in her throat. "Home? But this is your home. You belong here, with me." He touched her face gently. "I came to heal your heart, not to stay forever. The moon gave me life, and now it asks for me back." "No," she whispered, her voice breaking. "Please. I've lived my whole life without a child. I can't lose you now." Kian's eyes shimmered with tears that sparkled like liquid stars. "If I stay, the moon will fade, and darkness will fall upon the world. The night needs me, just as you once needed me." The woman's heart shattered. She pulled him close, holding his small, glowing body against her chest. "Then let me go with you," she said. "I cannot live without you." He shook his head softly. "You must stay and share what you have learned, that love can exist even in sorrow, and that some gifts are not meant to be kept, but cherished for the time they are given." As the moon rose high, light filled the room once more, so bright it turned her tears into diamonds. She held him tighter, refusing to let go. But as dawn neared, the light pulled harder, and her arms slipped through him. Her last words before he disappeared were a whisper carried by the wind, "Shine for them, my child. Shine for me." When morning came, the house was silent again. Her arms were empty, but her heart was full, aching, but alive. That night, when the moon climbed into the sky, it glowed with a brilliance never seen before. And if you looked closely, you could see her image within it, a mother holding her luminous child, forever together in the quiet glow of eternity. And sometimes, when the world sleeps, and the night is clear and calm, the moonlight falls just right upon her old cottage, as if the child still visits, wrapping his mother's home in the same tender glow that once filled her heart. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.